Hey guys, Gato 2005 here, coming to you with a box opening. I know I have not done a box opening in the longest time, and I took the original audio off of this video because we were doing a Build-A-Box sealed pool construction, where you take a box and that is your sealed pool, and you build a 40-card deck. So let's get started. The first pack was amazing. My very first thing was, wait, no, it wasn't a first pack. Never mind. I lied. I believe it's this pack, which is the really good one. I know it was at the very beginning, where it's a foil watery grave. There it is. Foil watery grave. I was really happy about that, and compared to that, I would have been even happier if, like, it's unexpected result, but if it had been, like, another Shockland, it would have been, like, yes. But unexpected result. Shuffle your library and then reveal the top card. If it's a land, put it in. Put the spell back in your hand. If it's a non-land, cast it for free. Let's go on. And then I open a Godless Shrine. So the pack right after the Watery Graves is a Godless Shrine. So that was also pretty sweet. So obviously, box is off to a really good start. And just to let you know ahead of time, like, eventually I went Dimir for the very first round. I have a video up as well for that, but yeah, I went to Mir and then I lost that round just because a box, there was just too much Boros, so I went Boros and then I went 3-1 and got 9 packs at the end of the day. Foil Island, Mystic Genesis. It's an interesting card. I think it's not too bad for sealed. I just don't like it in its entirety though. It just costs too much. For a counterspell, at least. Sure, you get a creature at the end of it, but you're gonna sit it with it, basically being a dead card in your hand. Firemane Angel, I think if I remember correctly, that is actually the only rare that I pulled towards actual Boros, which it actually did help me in the long. No, sorry, Boros. I got Firemane Angel and Founder and Glaring Spotlight right there. That thing went into my Boros deck as well after my first round. Reconstruction. Glaring Spotlight is just ridiculous in Boros. It's like, who cares? I mean, everybody's didn't really even know what it did. They're like, what does that do? I'm like, it gets rid of hexproof on your creatures. And nobody really knew what the second ability did because they didn't bother to read it. It's unlike upkeep, sack, and swing for lethal. And they're just like, block. They're unblockable. Next pack. Foil Frenzy Thrilling with an Undercity Plague. If this thing costed maybe like 4 mana, I would run it. I would have probably ran it more because I think I got 3 in this box. But my pool for Dimir was freaking ridiculous. Like, my box told me I had to go Dimir. Night Veil Spectre, I originally had it in my list, but then I cut it right before round 1 because I just didn't think it was going to be that, useful and sealed, because sure, I can exile it, but I have to have the mana, and I basically face Boros the entire time. Gyre, Sage, Gear Sage, whatever. Adds mana for more 1/1 counters on it. Dimir Charm. That's the only Dimir Charm I actually opened in the entire box. And then I think later I had 2 Boros Charms. But other than that, nothing too spectacular yet. Ooze Flex, I think I also got like 3 of those. Ugh. Next pack. Come on. I go slow. Why did I go so slow? Actually, no. Rebel Hulk. Hulky Smash. It's alright. And Sealed. I kind of like the Blood Rush mechanic. Hey, but Battalion, I think, is the best sealed mechanic. In my opinion, at least. Cypher's a little slow. Scarred Goliath. Burning Tree, a Missionary. I love that card. Because it could go to the point where you're like, play 3 of them for 3 and then Farseek. Seems good. See, look at that. Just another Ooze Flex already. Card is so awful. Next pack. Let's see. Lazav. This is another reason why my thing was telling me to go Dimir. Because it's like, hey, Lazav. It's epic. Okay, let's play it. Because I actually got a decent amount of mill. For this pool. Wasn't too shabby, to say the least. I can't remember if it's this pack, but I believe it is this pack. No, it's not. Cryptghast originally was going to be in my Dimir as well, but I ended up finally cutting it because it only taps for extra black. Extort could be somewhat good, but it just depends. This might be the pack that I'm waiting to see before. Yep, there it is. It's like I pulled one Lazov, and then I pull a foil Lazov. It's like, yes, why not? And then in that same pack, another Dimir card, Soul Ransom. Which, that card actually did a little bit for me in the very beginning. But I actually liked the foil Azov, though, just for the state of fact that he was actually just pretty. Foil, at least. And then at the end of this, I traded away my, not my foil Water Graves, all the regular Stomping Grounds. Or, I eventually pull a Stomping Ground. And I can't remember. And I pull a Sacred Foundry here in this pool as well. I eventually traded all my regular Shocklands and then ended up with my foil Watery Graves, and then a foil Godless Shrine and a foil Stomping Ground. Molten Primordial, best card. Yeah, I'm lying. But you know, it is what it is. There's the Stomping Ground, though. Shocklands are always a good thing to see. And in case anybody isn't aware, but I'm pretty sure everybody and their mom is aware of it, that Dragon's Maze, the basic land slot, is now going to be switched out. Oh, and Prime Speaker is Zagana right there, which is also awesome. So like I said, this box is actually pretty sweet. And Burning Tree and Missionary, but she's cool. Prime Speaker. But as for Dragon's Maze, the basic land slot is either now going to be a Guild Gate or a Shockland, which... And there's a Sacred Foundry, which is awesome because it's going to be the same rarity of seeing a Shockland as you would a normal pack, but that's still double the amount of percentage that you're going to see go around, which by the end of it, I am predicting that all Shocklands will settle around $7 or $8 at the very end after Dragon's Mace comes out. I didn't show it very much, but that Gore, I can't even remember the name of it, but it's basically Gore something, and it's the one that you discard for Blood Rush for just a red and a green, and Frontline Medic, such a good card, especially in Limited, and everybody and their mom also pulled Aurelius Fury. I didn't, but yeah, Frontline Medic was wonders in my Boros build that I did from round 2, 3, and 4. Because almost everybody, there's the Foundry Champion, but yeah. But yep, Shocklands I predict will settle around $7 or $8 at the highest. I think some like Sacred Foundry and like some of the lower end ones that don't really see a lot of play. I mean, they all see play, but you know what I mean. I expect those ones to be settling around where the core set lands are settling. But we'll know about 3 or 4 months. It comes out in about 2 months. I think it's April something for the pre-release for Dragon's Maze. And then, we'll see. Signal of the Clans. It's actually not that bad, I found, in Limited. I faced one guy that tried to really go gruel. Everybody and their mom... I keep saying that for some reason. I'll shut up with that phrase. Everybody, though, at the pre-release at least had 2 decks. Lord of the Void. It was also a card I had in my original Dimir build, but I cut it before round 1 just because I felt it was really too heavy costed. But during the round, I found that it wasn't because I had a couple Dimir key runes that I had, as well as, my mana was fine with 4 Guild Gates and a Watery Grave, and then the rest just 8 and 8. I think it was. I don't know. Rubber Belt Raiders. Gets big quick if you can have the creatures. Gruul Charm. It's not too bad, but obviously Boros is the best charm. Getting towards the end of the box now. I actually opened this box pretty quickly, but then again, I wasn't really sitting there to the extent of, whatever. Next pack. Gideon, that's right. I also pulled a Gideon in this box, which Gideon is a good trade bait as well. I don't think Gideon's that great. I think he's going to plummet in price. That's why mostly, actually, a lot of the cards that are like $20 or more, I am shipping right away. If they happen to go up, fine, but I don't expect any of the ones like Avzadat and Prime Speaker and stuff like that until they actually can maybe find a home that just like wrecks, top 8s for the, couple weeks. I don't expect anything else to happen with them. So like right now with $25 sitting at for Avzadat and like $20 for Prime Speaker Zagana or whatever. I don't know the exact prices right now, but I know Avzadat is at least 20, and then there's some other stuff like Prime Speaker I think is still sitting 15 or so. But yeah. And then in my prize packs, I pulled an Avzadat, a Prime Speaker Zagana, a Domri, Planeswalker, and a few other good cards. Like, the pool was ridiculous. Oh, and a breeding pool. Like, the amount of money that just came from my... Oh, and this is what made me go mill as well. Mind's Grind. It's like, hello, play Dimir. I have 2 Lazavs, a Mind Grind. I actually ended up getting a play set of Psychotic Rifts, I think it's called, or Psychotic Strikes. Counter target spell and mill the top 4 or top 2. If it milled top 4, I'd be like, yes. And 2 of the kill spells that makes you mill for the amount of power of the creature that was destroyed. In my other video, it shows me using it on a Cyclops from Boros because when he attacks, he gets +3. So, hey, mill 6 and destroy him. Seems good. I almost thought about going Orzhov as well because it seemed like I think I actually ended up pulling like 7 or 8 of just those Screechers. Thumbs up for